Alright guys, today's video we have some new changes done to Shorekeeper and her weapon to talk about. Some new leaks and updates with the ongoing 1.3 beta came in, and she's already looking much better with a few things in her kit that got buffed, as well as some nerfs to go over, but it's nothing to worry about. If you guys want to keep being updated on everything Wuthering Waves, make sure to like, subscribe, put those notifications on where we cover news about the game 24/7. But alright, let's not waste any time guys, we have a good amount of stuff to go over with the new changes made to Shorekeeper and her weapon. So let's start with the new nerf on Shorekeeper. Now, I believe this was already in the game before, so I'm not sure why they put this as a nerf. I believe it was already part of her kit, but let's read it over guys. So it says here, the enhanced intro now ends Resonance Liberation Stellar Realm. So this is basically when you reach the third stage of Shorekeeper's domain, provided by her ultimate. You will get the special intro animation once you switch back in with Shorekeeper, which will reset the ultimate, and then you will have to use it again and make your way up to the third stage again. Now I believe this was already in the kit, so I don't know why they put this as a nerf. Maybe it's a mistranslation, but still it's not a big issue, since by the time you reset the Stellar Realm, you should have enough energy to use the ultimate again, especially if you build her with a lot of energy regen, which we will have to build her with energy regen in mind. So this nerf is nothing to worry about. Moving on to the buffs on Shorekeeper. Now this should all be new stuff from now on. The first buff that Shorekeeper has is on her ultimate. So the buff on her Resonance Liberation Supernal Stellar Realm now increases crit damage by up to 20%. Previously it was 20% attack. So this is really nice. This is buffing the third stage of Shorekeeper's ultimate, providing more damage to your team, and it's a pretty nice change. Shorekeeper will now be giving more crit rate, as well as more crit damage to your characters now. They also buffed her S1, so let's go over that. Using the enhanced intro, no longer ends Resonance Liberation, and it says here it might also either have unlimited range or increase or not increase the range anymore. So this is really interesting that they are putting unlimited range, because beforehand the S1 was increasing the range and the duration of her ultimate. Now it seems the S1 provides unlimited range, which is really good, and they don't seem too sure about it, so we have to take this with a grain of salt. But now using your special intro with Shorekeeper will not reset the ultimate. This one is a really good change, giving you a longer time with the third stage of her ultimate, which means a longer time of healing, crit rate, and crit damage to your team. Her S1 is really tempting to get now, but as I said earlier, if you have sufficient energy regen on Shorekeeper, you should not have a problem with ending the ultimate, as you can just use the ultimate right away. And especially those who want her weapon is really insane guys. It gives a crazy amount of energy regen. As of now, her weapon gives around 80% energy regen, so her weapon is really more valuable than the S1 right now. But the S1 is still very nice, as you won't have to go all the way back up to the third stage of her ultimate by using the intro skills again and again. So it's really good to extend the duration of your crit rate buffs and your crit damage buffs. But moving on, we have some changes done to the S2. So the character attack in Stellar Realm increases by 20%. So it seems they took the old buff on her Stellar Realm, the 20% attack buff, and they put it in the S2 instead. We also got some changes to the S3. So when Shorekeeper uses Enhanced Liberation, she gains 2 Concerto energy, which previously the 2 Concerto energy was gained by using her intro skill, and now all you have to do is use her ultimate. Alright, so these are all the changes done to Shorekeeper, and I would say it's nothing too crazy, but the buff made to her ultimate, that 20% crit damage, is really nice. I would say that's the highlight of the changes done to Shorekeeper. The fact that she can now give crit rate and crit damage with the ultimate buffs to your whole team is really good. But that's not all guys, we still have a few more things to talk about, which is regarding Shorekeeper's weapon, so let's go over that. So about the changes made to her weapon, the Concerto energy and attack percent buff is given with Resonance Liberation, Previously, it was given with the intro skill, and the attack buff went from 10% to 20%. Now, I would say this is also a very nice change. The attack buff going up to 20% is really nice. I would say 10% did seem a little low at first. And for the energy and attack buffs, now since it's given by the Resonance Liberation instead of the intro skill is really nice. The weapon can be used on more characters, possibly a really good option now for Verena with this new change on the weapon. So the weapon value has increased a lot now, especially with that extra attack. Let me know what you guys think of these changes on Shorekeeper and her weapon. I would say it's nothing too crazy, but the fact she is now giving your team crit rate and crit damage is really nice. On top of the healing, she has both healing from her skill and the ultimate, so your team should be good on heals. And the enhanced intro ending, the liberation, is not a big deal at all. Shorekeeper is a unit you want to build with energy regen in mind, so she won't have a lot of downtime, especially if you get her weapon. Her weapon now looks really good with the extra buffs it provides. Imagine running her weapon with the healer set, the rejuvenating set, that provides more attack, so that is 35% attack to your team right there. Then Shorekeeper's kit allows your team to gain a 20% crit damage, 10% crit rate, and another 15% damage bonus to your team. So yeah guys, Shorekeeper is still looking like a really good support. I know at first a lot of people were not too impressed with this character, saying that Verena is still a better option, but after these changes, I would say Shorekeeper is looking a lot better than Verena as of now. The crit rate buffs and crit damage buffs has really good value, and that is just a small part of her kit as well. She's doing so much more. Me personally, I'm pretty hyped for this unit. I can't wait for Shorekeeper. I'm probably gonna get Shorekeeper and her weapon now, since the weapon looks too good to pass up, and maybe it's gonna be a good option for future supports as well. With the crazy amount of energy regen and the attack buffs and everything it provides, I will for sure be picking up this weapon. And luckily, with Zhengli Yao dropping for free today, I'm gonna be able to save a lot of pulls, but I gotta keep in mind, Camellia is leaked to come in 1.4, so that is a really hype character for me. And yeah guys, have fun with your new Zhengli Yao. If there's anything else, I will for sure keep you guys updated right away. So if you enjoyed, feel free to like, subscribe, put those notifications on to get updated with Wuthering Waves. We should be expecting a lot more leaks coming soon. But that is all for this video. Thanks for watching guys. Thanks again for 10K and all your support. Really appreciate it. And see you all in the next one.